We are so excited to present this remarkable group of signature Edward Hopper works, sold to benefit the Whitney Museum of Art. Hopper's architectural scenes, devoid of human figures, are some of his most well-known pictures. They combine his appreciation for the natural environment with his career-long desire to depict moments of isolation and solitude. What's special about this offering is that South Truro, Gloucester, Vermont, and Charleston are four of Hopper's most iconic locations, and the group illustrates all of these, highlighting four distinct moments in the artist's career. To delve a little deeper into the specific works, the painting, Cobb's Barn, South Truro, was painted in the summer of 1930, when the Hoppers rented a cottage on Cape Cod from the local postmaster. In their first summer on the Cape, both Edward and his wife Josephine were struck by the beauty of the landscape, the fine, big hills of sand, and open, almost treeless country, as the artist described it. Indeed, their attachment to the Cape was so immediate that in 1933, they built a summer home and studio in South Truro. The Hoppers returned to the sparsely populated town for nearly every summer over a span of 40 years, inspired by the natural beauty and quiet manner of living it afforded them. Cobb's Barn, South Truro, is a large-scale oil which captures the expansive sky and the remote barns that are extremely characteristic of this period and demonstrates Hopper's mastery of light, scale, and perspective. The three watercolors in the group were painted in the 1920s. The year 1923 was critical in Hopper's early career when, in Gloucester, he began experimenting with watercolor. This completely changed the trajectory and reception of his art, bringing him his first real commercial success. Indeed, the Brooklyn Museum purchased one of his Gloucester watercolors in 1923, his first sale in more than 10 years. Group of Houses depicts a selection of homes in Cape Ann. It is exceptional for its execution of color, which conveys the beautiful natural light of the sky, as well as the careful arrangement of architectural forms used to convey depth and perspective within the picture. Hopper and his wife spent October of 1927 in Charlestown, New Hampshire, staying at the mansion of the former state governor. Red Barn and Autumn Landscape is emblematic of the simplicity and charm that characterizes New England watercolors and fully captures the rustic quality that drew Hopper to the scenery of New England in the first place. The vibrant hues of the autumnal foliage is critical to the success of this watercolor. The solitude of the single red barn is typical of the artist's career-long appreciation for themes surrounding remoteness and isolation. In 1929, the Hoppers traveled to Charleston, South Carolina. During their stay in the South, the artist was captivated primarily by architectural and beach scenes, which possessed an inherently tropical feel relative to his earlier works. He was especially drawn to the city's unique architectural style of homes and the lush palms that grew adjacent to these structures. There are 11 recorded watercolors derived from Hopper's 3-week stay in Charleston, making this work a rare glimpse into a particular moment outside of his more well-known New England and New York scenes. Edward Hopper died in 1967, and his wife Jo passed away shortly after in 1968. In her will, she left all her husband's artworks to the Whitney Museum of American Art. The oil offered in this season's Modern Evening Sale and the 3 watercolors in the Modern Day Sale all belong to this bequest from 1970, where they have resided now for more than 50 years. The proceeds from this sale will be used to fund future museum acquisitions. This is an extraordinary opportunity to acquire works of this great American artist with such distinguished provenance.